John earned $7.25 for each hour of work. He worked 6.8 hours yesterday. Find out how much he earned yesterday. So we have two decimal numbers here. Normally it would be $7.25 times 6.8. So since I have more than two digits or more than one digit in each of these numbers, I'm going to actually use lattice multiplication. And what you want to do is you want to take the decimal point away and consider the first number as 725. And you write that across the top. And then the next one without the decimal would be 68. You write that on the side. So then you draw a triangle under the 725 and you draw vertical lines between the numbers. And for the 68, you draw a horizontal line between the numbers. Then you want to make a diagonal in each box. And this method is more for visual learners. Then you multiply up and over. So 7 times 6 is 42. 2 times 6 is 12. 5 times 6 is 30. And this is a nice method to use if you have larger numbers. 7 times 8 is 56. 2 times 8 is 16. 5 times 8 is 40. Now, just for visual purposes, I'm going to go ahead and color my diagonals so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to make them really quick, different colors. Because the next step that you want to do after that is you're going to work from right to left. And you're going to add the numbers that are in the diagonals. So that works like this. The green diagonal is a 0. The yellow diagonal, if you add those numbers up, you get 10. So you write the 0 and you carry the 1 into the next diagonal. And the orange diagonal, I've got 6, 12, 13. So you write the 3 and carry the 1 into the next diagonal. For the red diagonal, I've got 7, 8, 9. And then for the purple diagonal, I have a 4. Now, in the original problem, I had 1, 2, 3 total numbers after decimals. So I want 3 numbers after the decimal in my answer. So I'm going to put the decimal point between the 9 and the 3 because that way I'll have 3 numbers after the decimal. So because this is money, I'm going to just knock off the last decimal. So it's $49.30. Okay, the cost of grapes was 65 cents a pound. Miguel bought 5.2 pounds. Find the amount he paid. Okay, so I've got 65 cents times 5.2. These are larger than one digit numbers, both of them. So whenever they're both larger than one digit, that's when I use the lattice multiplication. So I'm going to, on the first number, take the decimal out, and that is 65. And the second number is 52. I'm going to write that on the side, 52 without the decimal. So you make your triangle, separate the numbers themselves with vertical and horizontal lines. Make a diagonal in each resulting box and start multiplying up and over. 6 times 5 is 30. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 2 is 12. 5 times 2 is 10. Then you're going to add the diagonals up. You don't have to make yours colored like mine. I'm just doing it to keep it organized, and because of the fact that I'm teaching it, it makes it easier to understand. So for the green diagonal, I have a 0. You're adding the numbers in each diagonal. For the yellow one, I have 5, 6, 7, 8. The orange one is 3 when you add those numbers up, and the red one is 3. And the original problem had 1, 2, 3 numbers after the decimal. So I want 3 numbers after my decimal. But again, find the amount. This is dollars and cents. So I'm going to call this answer $3.38. Chris made an international phone call for 5.6 minutes. 5.6. He was charged 35 cents for each minute. Find the amount he paid. So I'm going to look at the first number as being 56. You just take out the decimal, and that goes along the top. 35 goes on the side. Again, you just for now, you just take out the decimal. You make horizontal and vertical lines separating your digits, your numbers, and then you make a diagonal in each box and start multiplying up and over. 5 times 3 is 15, 6 times 3 is 18, 5 times 5 is 25, 6 times 5 is 30. There you have your diagonals that you're going to add. So again, you're going to add each number in each diagonal. If you have a 2-digit answer, you're going to carry it over into the next diagonal. So the green diagonal is 0. The yellow one adds up to 16. You write down the 6, you carry the 1. The orange diagonal, 7, 8, 9. And then the red diagonal is a 1. We had 1, 2, 3 numbers after the decimals. So I'm going to put my decimal between the 1 and the 9. Again, it's dollar amounts, so I'm going to call it $1.96.